Come on in, Lieutenant. Welcome back, Patterson. I hope you've had a chance to warm up after your visit to the North Pole. Because time is of the essence for this next mission. We're sending you to the Steinberg salt mine, located just outside of the Austrian village of Alt-Aussee. The Third Reich has used the mine as its all-purpose safety deposit box, creating a vast cache of paintings and sculpture. The Nazis have had over 6 years to plunder the riches of Europe. They've looted art from personal collections and museums, stealing almost the entire cultural heritage of Western civilization. Now, I know I might not look it, but my college minor was art history, and it gives me grief to no end when I think about everything that's been lost in this war. All the art that's been destroyed in the never-ending artillery barrages and bombing raids. 2 days ago, our intelligence intercepted a communique from the regional governor ordering the destruction of the Steinberg salt mine and all the artwork inside. The garrison's commander responded enthusiastically that the place would be wired with enough explosives to destroy not only the mine, but part of the adjoining town as well. Sadly, this situation is not without precedent. Last year, after the invasion, Hitler ordered the general in charge of Paris, von Dietrich von Cholitz, to burn the city lest it fall into Allied hands. For history's sake, Cholitz refused and declared Paris an open city, saving it from certain destruction. Unfortunately, what Cholitz did was an aberration in the way your typical German officer thinks. There's a jeep waiting for you outside, Lieutenant. Stop this madman from carrying out his orders. Dismissed.
Mountain Pass, 20th of February 1945. I don't think I've ever heard the Colonel get emotional like that about a mission. This is a side of him I had not seen before. He must have grown fond of you over this past year to open up like that. Well, my friend, I suppose that makes two of us. This sounds like quite a dangerous situation you're being sent into. Please be careful. As the war continues to go against them, the Germans seem to be getting more and more desperate. Expect heavy resistance as you head towards the mine entrance. Now that we've both learned what a Panzerschreck is, I made sure the OSS quartermaster issued you an equivalent weapon to take on this mission. Just remember not to fire it inside, it can hurt you as much as it hurts them. Since it may be a few more days before the Allied armies catch up to you, we'll need you to damage their infrastructure as much as possible. Because of its remoteness, the garrison depends on several large electrical generators to keep powered. They guard them heavily, but not the petrol needed to run them. Use your demolition charges to take out the fuel tanks.
Die Knalleramerikaner sind schlecht. If it's mine.
Merker's Upper Mine, 20th of February 1945. The Upper Mine contains many treasures, but there's one in particular that Colonel Hargrove wants you to save. Renowned in academic circles as the definitive version of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, even more so than the venerated Ellesmere. The Derhood manuscript was on loan to the Sorbonne when the Germans marched into Paris. Keep the paintings and sculptures safe, but be sure to grab the book or the Colonel will be very upset. Colonel Hargrove may have a personal interest with the material objects inside the mine, but I'm more concerned about the human enemy you'll face. According to the pair of communiques we intercepted, the mine should be crawling with a particular vermin I, unfortunately am very familiar with, the elite demolition squad of the 7th SS Panzer Corps. This is a member of their wretched crew. 3 years ago, they wired a Paris school to explode, thinking it would draw some of the Maquis out of hiding. Their plan worked, but they blew up the school anyway. My brother Jacques gave his life saving some of the children inside. Patterson, please stop these monsters. Treasure Caverns, 20th of February 1945. Mercy, Patterson, your actions have helped honor all that my brother fought for. Unfortunately, now comes the hard part. The demolition squad May has already wired the lower part of the mine. You're going to have to disarm all the bombs. Fortunately, the SS crew was not known for their elegant craftsmanship. They just liked to cram a huge amount of explosives into a small box and then hook it all up to a cheap Bavarian clock. Use your action button to snip the detonation wires. Also be on the lookout for the curator's inventory. It should contain an itemized index of all the stolen loot in the mine. Hopefully we'll be able to return it all to the rightful owners. By his reputation, we know that the curator is an intelligent and decent man who is working for the Nazis against his will. Don't be surprised if you hear him publicly challenge the Sturmbannführer during your assault.
Personal, das Brigadengewehre, was? Transport in Reichsverwaltung in die Basisexpo.
Töte den Ami! Vergrab die Leiche mit einer perversen Kunst! Ich hab gesagt, du sollst die Schnauze halten!
Following in the footsteps of the Me-163, the Messerschmitt 262 was the first true turbojet fighter aircraft. Capable of flying 100 miles per hour faster than a P-51 Mustang, the 262 streaked across the sky at more than half the speed of sound. It was an aircraft truly ahead of its time. The Germans hoped it would win back the air superiority they so desperately desired. But the 262 was not invincible, and it was too little, too late for the Luftwaffe.